Avoid unnecessary surgery. This Good Morning Washington Spotlight on Your Health is sponsored by Regenerative Orthopedics and Sports Medicine.
Well, this Wellness Wednesday, we continue to show you how regenerative orthopedics and sports medicine can help you get out of pain without surgery. That is critical. I'm joined now by Dr. John Farrell, co-founder and managing partner of ROSM, as well as COO Colin Potts. So great to see you guys here with us in studio. And, let me first say, I have been to your offices before. You have offices all across the DMV. One thing that I noticed when I walked in is just how friendly and welcoming it was. Why don't we start with the mission of ROSM?
Well, first, thank you for having us. And so when we talk about the mission of ROSM is we're really trying to redefine orthopedic sports medicine. And people always ask, well, what does that mean? And so we practiced in orthopedics for a very long time, working with orthopedic surgeons, and that model was kind of broken. And so people would be rushed in and out of appointments. They didn't really feel like they had a lot of time with the physician, and a lot of times they didn't feel like they were heard. And they would get conservative care like physical therapy or cortisone shots, but didn't get better. And then they felt like they didn't have a great option if they didn't have symptoms that were bad enough for surgery. So we feel like we fill that void, that treatment gap of patients that failed conservative care but aren't quite bad enough to need surgery, and we have a number of different regenerative options that can help them.
Yeah, and you guys are on the forefront of the latest, technology, and you guys really have all of the resources right there. And Colin, you have had a lot of wonderful experiences. Maybe share a little bit about your story.
Sure. I got a call at 6 o'clock one morning from one of the founders, and he said, come help me redefine medicine. And I said to him, it's 6 in the morning. And he's like, yeah. I said, are you in jail? He's like, no. He said, I was going to call you at 5. And I said, well, I really would have thought you were in jail. So he asked me that question. I said, let's talk at 8. So he calls me right back at 8 o'clock. And this kind of started the journey. And he said to me, he's like, you're 21 surgeries, 17 years, amputation is a failure to orthopedic medicine. Come help us redefine medicine. And our way of doing it is providing alternatives to surgery so people don't have to go through what you went through. So for me, how can I say no to that mission? Everyone's like, you just lost your limb. How are you going to go be a COO? How are you going to do it? And I was purely attracted and driven by the mission of ROSM.
Yeah, it really is so incredible. What would you say to our viewers who are maybe watching us right now and they're in pain, or maybe they're scheduled for surgery, orthopedic surgery? What would you say to those viewers?
First, I feel for all of you, and having gone through what I went through in my journey of so many surgeries and physical therapy and so much disappointment, it's easy to get down. So don't get down. There's hope. And you have to believe that you can get through anything in all of these situations. ROSM's here to help with alternatives to surgery. So please call us, come see us. We do 30-minute appointments. We take the time to really get the proper diagnosis for you. And lastly, just always be your best advocate and turn every stone before you decide to have surgery.
So, Dr. Farrell, why don't we talk about what's next for ROSM?
Well, what's next for ROSM is that we're going to slowly continue to grow in the community. We want to be able to provide this care for a number of different people. And then if we say, well, what's next for regenerative orthopedics, I really think that we're going to change the way that we look at this, because currently right now we're always reactive. You have pain and then we do a treatment. I think that there's room to actually be preventative, right? So we start to screen for people that have mild to moderate osteoarthritis. Can we treat them at an early stage so it doesn't get to the point that it's bone on bone and they absolutely need surgery?
I'm sure a lot of people's ears just kind of perked up and maybe want to call and start that healing process. How do we go about doing that?
Absolutely. We can have them reach out to us through our website, rosm.org, or they can give a call to the number on the screen. Someone will get them in. We will take our time with them, listen to the patient, and make sure they're treated properly.
Thank you guys so much for all that you are doing. You really are changing lives.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you for having us.